Hello guys, welcome to my channel. In this video we be looking at 8 childhood toys that are banned. So stay tuned. It's all fun and games until someone loses an eye, or a finger, or gets cancer. Let's take a stroll down memory lane and beyond, through the no illegal toy aisle. Coming in at number 1 we have the kite tube. The answer was the WeGo kite tube, where water frolickers could be hauled behind a speeding boat, catch air, and be erratically launched high into the sky until they were sent crashing back down at high velocity. Unfortunately, screaming did nothing to improve the control or aerodynamics of this death raft, so it was banned after a few too many horrific accidents. Coming in at number 2 we have sky dancers. Maybe kids can't be bothered with manually whooshing their toys around in the air anymore. We're not druids, after all, so maybe it made a kind of sense to make a fairy doll with the gift of rapidly spinning propeller-based flight. Also, maybe not so much. 9 million of these aerial weed whackers were ultimately recalled. Even the versions of this Mortal Kombat Tinker Bell that didn't require pulling a lawnmower cord to achieve liftoff seemed to have a conscience and occasionally committed toyicide before they could blind or lacerate the faces of their young owners. Coming in at number 3 we have Snacktime Kid Cabbage Patch Doll. Anything without an OFF button sounds like a bad idea, but it sounds even worse when it's a toy that will mindlessly gnaw away at a curious kid's french fry-like finger or devour an unlucky, stray lock of hair until it's pulled out in a clump. This real-life garbage pail kid nightmare was put out to cabbage pasture once enough lawsuits made it clear that it had an insatiable and unsafe craving for the flesh of children. Coming in at number 4 we have lawn darts. Tossing a horseshoe seems so old-timey, and it lacks the satisfying thunk of a sharp, weighted metal spike piercing anything it's lobbed at. All people, especially little kids, have an innate sense of the importance of keeping clear of the flight path of shiny objects with brightly colored fins, right? Over 7,000 injuries could go wrong. Can you imagine if these hadn't been banned before the age of the iPhone? Coming in at number 5 we have belt buckle gun. Sure, there are cap guns. And then there are cap guns that are fashion accessories that whip out a groin pistol and fire an unanticipated blast that shoots out an actual safe shooting when you thrust your hips. It's really too bad that putting a mechanical device that ignites gunpowder near a kid's crotch is such a ridiculously bad idea, because the thought of some lil pretend sheriff laying down the law and keeping the peace by air humping a shot at the bad guys just seems too hilarious to put into words. Coming in at number 6 we have Gilbert Atomic Energy Lab. So, you're telling me we're allowed to sell uranium to the public? Real honest-to-goodness radioactive material? Let's sell it to kids then. Imagine how their eyes must have lit up. No, seriously, I mean lit up as in glow in the dark. For parents well off enough to drop $50, they could buy their little snot factories the cancertainment fun of unlocking the mysteries of the atom while getting radiation poisoning. In the golden age of comic books, I shudder to think how many kids tried to give themselves superpowers with this product. Oddly, this toy wasn't banned but was discontinued because of poor sales. Coming in at number 7 we have Gilbert Castor Kid Jr. What if we could harness the enthusiasm boys have for lead figures and give them a chance to learn the highly valuable skill of metallurgy? Video games? Ha! You haven't seen improved hand-eye coordination until you've seen a kid trying to tip a molten pot of toxic lead lava into a small mold without getting bazillion third-degree burns. Achievement unlocked. Emergency room patient. Coming in at number 8 we have Gilbert Glass Blowing Set. Since we're already selling kids an extremely poisonous and explosive chemistry set and have plans for a molten lead kit, let's offer them a way they can blow their own glass. Simply place fragile glass tubes in a kid's mouth and have them hold their face over flaming 200 proof grain alcohol, turning the glass into molten slugs they can bend in shape to their little heart's delight. What's not to love? I know we've gotten a little soft these days, but were kids genius superheroes 100 years or so ago?